Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up? Welcome back to the channel and your daily dose of Mortal Kombat 11 just videos. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different with the channel here on out that I'll explain in my 7.5k special that's going to be coming out real soon. But today we're doing the only tier list that matters. Now, I know a lot of people, they're out here making tier lists and everything else. They're just going willy-nilly, putting characters here, they're putting Geras here, they're putting Robocop here, they're putting Cassie there, you know, whatever else. They're doing a bunch of weird shit. Now, I want to explain tier lists to you guys real quick, and just know that not everybody can make a tier list. Most tier lists don't even really matter, because to make a tier list, it's all based on matchups, and to understand a matchup fully, you basically have to run a 1st to 100 set with each character that would determine the matchup. 1st to 100, literally everything that can happen has to happen in that 1st to 100 to actually determine who wins the matchup. Now, of course, that is not how things work, and that is not how people determine matchups, so tier lists are never 100% accurate when it comes down to it. It's basically, I struggle with this character, they're top 5. I don't struggle with this character, they're bottom 38, whatever else. So, just remember that when you're watching tier lists. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and start my tier list. So, I really don't like tier lists because I feel like when it comes down to it, mostly everybody just downplays the character that they play and they upplay the characters they struggle with, of course. And don't worry, we're going to be doing a content creator tier list as soon as everybody makes their tier lists for Ultimate. There's already some out there, but we got to wait on most of them, all of them, and then we'll do one. But anyway, we're going to start with our first character, Baraka. Now, some of these characters, of course, I haven't ran probably even 50 games against some of these characters with most of the characters I play as. Like, I don't even think I've played 50 games against a Baraka with my main Jackie, and I have almost probably over 1,000 hours on the game. So, I'm going to put Baraka in top 20 to top 35. I know Baraka has some really good, he has some really good stuff. He has some pretty good mix. I know his forward 2-1-2, you do forward 2-1, and if you have blood lunge on, which is back forward 2, the command grab, it gels off of standing 1-1, and forward 2-1. It gels on that for the command grab. It can be low ducked, and you can use back forward 4 if you have it, the low Cabal, and it is a pretty good mix-up. He's got some other mix-ups. He's got some decent frames and some really good zoning, but I feel like a lot of the other characters on this character roster have just things that they do slightly better than him, if not slightly, then a majority better than this character. So it's really hard to determine where to put Baraka because no one I've seen has played him at a high level, especially in tournaments or anything like that. Moving on, we have Sextron. Of course, this character's top 5. Did you see the amount of Sextrons that were in week 1 of the pro competition in NA East and NA West? I mean, Rewinds picked up this character. That means this character is damn good. Dragon beat Sonic Fox with Sextron, and that's a damn hard thing to do, especially when Sonic Fox is going demon hours, you know, playing this game and playing the characters that he plays. Sextron's a very good character. I would actually put Sextron number 1 in the game, and I know some people are going to disagree with that because, you know, there's a lot of Sextron mains out there because of how strong she got with Ultimate, so a lot of people are actually really downplaying this character hardcore, and it's kind of insane to see. Next up, we have another character that I don't really know. I don't understand. I haven't played against a whole lot of Devorahs. I've seen a lot of people make Devorah look very good, but I also know some things about her from watching Honeybee. Devorah, she cannot combo off of her standing 1-2, I believe, and there's another string that she can't combo off of, so that already takes her down a lot, because standing 1 is usually, if you want to get a safe, like, consistent, guaranteed punish on something that's punishable, 1-1, 1-2, whatever your character has, 1-4, I don't fucking know. It's usually the most consistent way to punish something, and the fact that she cannot combo off of that into her main combo starter for her optimal damage is rough. Now, I know this character up close, you're kind of playing Devorah's game, or whatever else, her down 4 into, I don't know, Pokey Arms, whatever the hell that move's called. It's pretty strong, and it's safe, I believe, if meter burn, and you're still, or plus if it's meter burn, and safe if it's not meter burn. She seems like at least a decent character, but I don't think she's, I think you really need to be good to use this character. And yes, this is top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20 to top 35, and you best be a god. That doesn't necessarily mean that the character is nowhere in this, and I should probably change that real quick. But anyway, I don't think Devorah is necessarily bad. I just think she is a character that you really need to have a very good understanding of fighting games with. And I don't know, if I had to place her in a tier list, it would definitely be there, but I think you best be a god if you're playing that character. Aaron Black. Aaron Black. Now, this is one that I really have to try to move my personal opinion of the character out of the way, because this character drives me fucking nuts. He has one of the most real cancels in the game. I don't know if you guys realize, but most of the cancels in MK11 are completely fake. Spawn's cancel, Kitana's cancel, while is very good. Jade's cancel most of the time. Spawn's cancel, I think I already said Spawn. Even Liu Kang's cancel, they're all fake. They're very fake, you can press buttons to it and whatever else. Aaron Black, the same is true for this character, but his cancel is ridiculously fucking fast off of his rattlesnake slide, to the point where it is hard to press buttons, and if they down one, they will more than likely catch you pressing buttons every single time. Not to mention that back 2 is one of the best strings to meaty someone on wake up. It's the best string in the neutral. It's an overhead mix. You can go into rattlesnake slide. It's a mid to start with. It's just insane. Aaron Black has so much mix-up potential. He's got really good frames. He's got one of the best down fours in the game. He's got a projectile cancel out thing, while that move is kind of hard to get to come out. He's gotten an overhead, full, almost full, like half screen, forward advancing move that if landed twice, goes into a crushing blow, and it's also like safe, and you can meter burn it to catch someone off guard. If they try to press buttons on you to put you in pressure. This character is a very good character, and I will settle for nothing less than him being in top 10. Next character is Frost. I don't even own Frost. Like, I haven't even played through the story on PlayStation through the first 4 chapters to even get this character. I never played her on Xbox when I did have her from, you know, chapter 4 of the story, whatever else. But I don't even have the character, so I can't really judge this character. But from everything I've seen other Frosts do, she doesn't seem to have any bad matchups that I actually know of. I could be completely and terribly wrong, and any Frost mains out there, let me know. But she doesn't seem like a horrible character. She can zone, she's got good frame data, she's got a pretty good setup, she's got a good grab, she has a full screen fatal blow. She really does seem like the character that has mostly everything. And to me, that would really put her in top 15. I can't comment on the character much beyond that because I don't play the character. I don't even have much matchup experience against the character because I don't see a lot of them. But most of the Frosts I come against either are extremely hard to put down or completely mop my shit. So, and I play pretty good characters, so you can really tell that this character is very good. Now, we're on to my main. I'm not going to downplay this character. This is a very, very strong character. Jackie is an extremely strong character. Anybody doubted I was going to put her in top 5, shame on you. I'm not downplaying her that hard. While I don't think she is number 2 in top 5, I do think she's a very, very strong character. Most of her shit is fake, and you can get around it very easily by labbing the character. You can consistently get around everything Jackie does by labbing the character and finding out the options that your character has to deal with whatever she does. She does have some good neutral. Her bionic bounce is really hard to get around, but with the flawless block nerfs, flawless block buffs when it comes to that character, I've had a very hard time doing my usual bullshit against people who know how to flawless block, and especially flawless block jump-ins. She's a very hard character to use. Beyond that, she's very high execution. Your inputs don't come out most of the time, even if you played the character for months. She is by no means the best character in the game. She's still a very solid character, and the only reason I'm still even putting her in top 5 is because of her normals. Her normals, the frame data on her normals is still actually pretty nuts. Her 9-frame mid, she has a 10-frame mid as well, or maybe it's 11, her forward 1. She's got plus frames. She's just really good frames. That's why I put her in top 5 still. Now here's where we get to where people are going to possibly disagree with me. Alright, let me explain myself. Jade is a top 5 character. Do I think Jade is better than Jackie? No. Jackie's frame data is a little bit better, and she can consistently get around what Jade does. I do think Jade is a top 5 character, especially with customs coming out and her getting Delilah's Dance. Delilah's Dance took this character up by an extreme amount. Most of the time, most of the characters on this game, if Jade's on the screen, she controls the screen. And there is another female character who is also a Dinian on this roster that is like that people are going to disagree with me on as well. But Jade has gotten extremely stronger since these customs with Delilah's dance. Even before that, I put her high top 5, probably number 6 in the game, just because of how strong she is, how she controls the neutral, her wiggle stick, her frame data, how hard she is to flawless block on most of her things, her zoning, her anti-zoning. She's just overall got it all. This character is actually fucking nuts to play against. She drives me nuts. But even beyond my personal opinion, I really do think this character is extremely strong in Mortal Kombat 11. Next up is Jax. I really don't have to explain much here. Most Jax players will understand why I put Jax there. To me, Jax isn't a very good character. He's very good if you know how to mash. He is a very, very mashy character. The one thing that destroys the character for me is how his command grab's very wonky and doesn't work like most command grabs. Kind of drives me nuts, and that's one of the reasons I never played the character, especially with the jump 4 nerfs and him not being able to get uber plus frames on his jump 4. It really kind of destroyed the character in my opinion. So I definitely put Jax in like top 20. Now, we come to a character that I really, really want to love and I want to play consistently, but he just gets bullied now. Johnny Cage, man. Johnny Cage goes in top 15, but he's below Frost in my opinion. This character struggles. This character with having barely any mids, and the mids that he does have, his forward 4 and his back 3, are extremely slow on startup. The most that you can do with this character is hope to shimmy and hope it works, that they don't have a ridiculously long down 3, down 4, which most characters do. So it's very hard to even do that with the character. I consistently just get down 2'd out of my fucking mind. Against female characters, the character is pretty much non-existent because his back forward 2 straight force ball doesn't even connect. It goes right over their head. They get a clean punish on you. He doesn't have very good frame data anymore or anything else. He has very good damage, especially with customs. He can get upwards to like 50% per combo with a fatal blow cancel going into his glasses, his down 2. But this character is just not strong anymore. Against the other top, I definitely probably put him like number 15 on this tier list because he does everything very mediocre in my opinion. I want this character to be good. I want to have fun with this character, but I barely ever have fun with Johnny Cage in this game because of how much he gets bullied just by mashing down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, whatever you can think of when it comes to the down button. He just consistently gets bullied by every character. And now we're on Cabal. I'm going to throw Cabal right here because, actually probably right there. Cabal is a very, very good character. He's an extremely strong character when it comes down to it. A lot of people are still sleeping on this character for some reason, but mostly everything Cabal does is safe, and I feel like he's only gotten better with customs, with getting the Jackie move, and just getting a lot more combo potential and a lot more mix-up potential. The character's just extremely strong to me, and he has a great fatal blow. He's got, like I said, great plus frames. He's got some good crushing blows. I think the character definitely deserves to be where he's at right here. Now we get to Kano. Kano's kind of like an iffy one, because if you know how to get around Kano, like if you know how to flawless block Kano, I put him here. But most people don't flawless block on this game. Like, yeah, against like a pro, you best be a god. But mostly everybody else, and as far as matchups go, you know, what we really base a tier list on, I'd really probably put Kano top 15. I know a lot of people are putting him in like top 10 and shit. I just don't know how many bad matchups the character actually has. He does have an infinite though. He has an infinite combo if you're actually skillful enough to land it and you get the right character that you're playing against. It works against Kung Lao and Johnny as far as I know. But he's a very strong character. He's got a tick grab command throw that works on 1-1 and 2-4, I believe it is. He's got just really good frames in general, some decent zoning, some good crushing blows, like I said, decent frames. He's a solid character, but if someone knows how to get around him, like if they know how to bully him in that matchup, like flawless blocking adds a whole nother layer to some of these characters, and it completely destroys matchups for some of these characters. And Kano's like that one weird character that sits in the middle. Most characters it doesn't affect, because most of them have ridiculously flawless blockable strings like Shao Kahn and Scarlet, but his is weird. You have to flawless block a down 1 on frame perfect time and hope that the Kano player doesn't grab, and if he does, that you manage to somehow fuzzy micro duck. for a punish there and cover all bases for the flawless block on the down one and kind of fuzzy in the grab. It's ridiculous mind games, but if you can consistently flawless block up to that down one, or just flawless block in general that down one and go into pressure, he kind of becomes like a you best be a god character, because it really does mess with some of the matchups. But beyond that, and just on like a normal matchup basis, not like any ridiculous Sonic Fox Rewind Scar bullshit to where they can flawless block down ones like that, I definitely think this character's top 15. Now we're moving on to Kitana, a character that I see a lot of people complain about on Twitter and shit, especially Star Charger. I don't know if you guys follow Star Charger, but I saw him kind of get into it with Stephanie Brownback, the gameplay designer for MK11 not too long ago, over Kitana. And I get the frustration. I play a little bit of Kitana. I just started learning her, so I don't really know like any of her matchups and shit. But I do know how I don't struggle against Kitana players. Her big like mix-up pressure tool, her low fan meter burn can be flawless block. That takes away some of her pressure. Her cancel, while really good, is still fake, and you can interrupt it very easily. She's got some ridiculously high execution combos to get optimal damage, even over 30%, and that's iffy sometimes. Her wake-ups are decent, and her fatal blows decent. She's got some pretty good crushing blows, especially optimal combo crushing blows. I'm still going to put her top 20. I probably put her, like, we'll have to see with all the other characters where I end up putting them, but as far as I'm concerned right now with what I can think of, she is definitely at the top of the top 20. Like from, 15 to 20, she is 16 right there. She's a very strong character in some situations. But here's the thing about MK11. No character is really bad. There's only like one or two like really bad characters in this game. And even then, they're still very usable characters. NetherRealm did a very good job with that, making every character very usable, especially if you put in the time to learn the matchups and how to play the matchups and play the character at the optimal level that you need to be playing the character at, especially if you really want to win with that character. Next up, Collector. Collector is... Man, Collector's a hard one. Collector's actually a pretty hard one. I think I'm going to have to put Collector here, though. Collector's definitely a strong character, in my opinion. I just feel like he's got some losing matchups. He's got some good mix, but he's extremely punishable on that mix. Like, his forward 1-2. You can either do down forward 1-2 down 2 or forward 1-2 down 1 or something like that. I don't remember his strings like right off the top of my head, but both of those options are punishable. Yeah, his his 4-4 is very strong, 4-4-3, but that can also be punished. 4-4-3 can be. 4-4 is a very good stagger tool in the neutral. It's got some good range to it, but nothing he does is really like exceptional. Especially compared to some of these other characters. He's still definitely a good character, and if you've ever seen a good Collector, they can really mop people. But I still wouldn't put Collector like top 15, top 10. I don't think he deserves that. He's got a good armor break for sure. He's got some other good things, but I just don't think he deserves. He doesn't have the skill set, the loadout to be in top 15, top 10, top 5. Kotal Kahn, Big Kotal, who got the buff in Ultimate and then got it immediately taken away from him, but is still a ridiculous character. I'm going to put Kotal in top 10. Kotal is definitely a top 10 character. I don't really care what anyone says. The character is extremely strong and deserves to be there. His tick throw off of like a string that can either go into a completely safe or plus. It can finish safe or plus, or he can do his down forward 2, which is combos, or he can do the command grab. Like, he's got an insane amount of shit. You can go Panther mode and completely avoid projectiles, and so many different things with this character to the point where he's just nasty. You can get guaranteed unblockable damage with a down 4. Like, the character's just stupid now. I still don't think he's like top 5, but I definitely think he's top 10. Then we got Chronica. I'm going to put her top 5. No, I'm just playing. Get the hell out of here. Now we come to my other main. I got like 3 mains on this list. I play most of these characters, but I only got like three mains that I actually claim on here. And Kung Lao. Kung Lao, I'm going to put him at the very, very top of top 15. Because he does nothing exceptionally well. Everybody's saying that Buzzsaw is ridiculously broken, and it's not. Every character has a way to get around Buzzsaw. Is Buzzsaw like really strong? Yeah, Buzzsaw is really strong, but it's no stronger than Kano's pressure, and it's really no stronger than anything Cabal does. His Lotus Fist is good, but it costs meter. Pretty much everything that he can do in Lotus, as far as I've tested out, Lotus is extremely unsafe unless you have a ton of meter. There's no pressure you can really get. Buzzsaw seems like the go-to variation for me when I want to be safe or when I want pressure or anything else, because with what's it called? The hat with the mind of its own, whatever the hell that's called. His back forward 2 possessed hat. It can be meter burn and it catches people off guard, and even if it doesn't, it's -10, and it's very, very hard to actually notice and react to and not be like, what the fuck was that? So maybe I'll get punished more when people realize what I'm doing with it, what the move is. But as far as I'm concerned right now, Buzzsaw is the strongest, and I still don't think it's bodying half of these other characters in consistent matchups every game. Now we're on to Liu Kang. Of course, man. Of course Liu Kang's high. Liu Kang's like number 3 in the game, in my opinion. Liu Kang's a very strong character. He's got some very strong tools to make him very good. He's got amazing crushing blows, a quick-ass fatal blow that's still hard to punish, really good cancels. My Liu Kang that I have set up is kind of a demon with the stance cancel, the Nunchaki stance, or whatever the hell that shit's called. His down 1, and then I have the down back 4 for the damage buff, and that's a whole nother layer of like, what the hell is he doing? He just keeps doing things, and he's able to press buttons. And then I have the low fireball, and that seems to work very well right now. A lot of people are telling me to run the command grab, but I don't see a use for it yet. But Liu Kang is definitely number 3. He's a very strong character with very good buttons, very good staggers, very good strike throw gameplay, and you can't really argue where he goes at on the tier list. Nightwolf, I'm going to put Nightwolf probably in front of Jax. I don't think Nightwolf is exceptionally strong. I think it was Ketchup say something about Nightwolf not too long ago. The character is basically just like 1-1-1 command grab or 1-1-1 grab. And yeah, I fully support that. I've seen some people do some very, very nutty shit with Nightwolf and make the character look top 5. But consistently on a matchup basis, like with each of these characters, I don't think he wins enough of these matchups to really go above top 20 or really even be at the very top of top 20. He's just not that strong of a character, in my opinion, when it comes down to it, on a matchup basis. You gotta remember, most of these characters, while they have losing matchups, like these characters will have losing matchups, but the people who dedicate themselves to these characters will use the characters so well that it makes the matchup look like it's in their favor. And that's how a lot of these tier lists get messed up, and how a lot of these people who don't understand it get these tier lists mixed up. I'm probably doing the same thing. I can't say that I'm like not doing the same thing, but in my opinion, this character is just not good enough to warrant that at this point going to top 10, because I feel like this is the definitive top 15 right here. I might get some shit for this one. I'm gonna put Geras right there. I don't think Geras is that strong. He's got some really good mix-ups. He's got some good crushing blows. He's got a good tick throw, but I just don't think, and customs definitely make him stronger, but I don't think he does really anything. Maybe you could switch him out, put him there, and him there, or maybe even there. But for my tier list, based on what I've seen, I'm putting Geras right there. Maybe actually above Kitana. But yeah, I don't think he's top 15. I think he is like at least like number 16. He's a strong character. He's just, again, a lot of these characters are strong. They just don't, I don't know, they just don't do anything exceptionally better than these characters as far as matchups go. I'm putting Noob Saibot right there. Noob Saibot is a very good character, and he's gotten extremely, extremely strong with customs. The character is actually fucking nuts, and nobody's really acknowledging that yet. I thought Noob was very good before the ultimate and customs and everything else, but customs has really made this character a demon and very, very ridiculous to deal with. So yeah, that's where I'm putting him. He's got great damage. You barely have to do anything for damage. He's got really good neutral. He controls the neutral. Even Jackie, like, she struggles so bad against this character. I think this character is very good, and he has a lot of winning matchups. Next one's Raiden. I'm gonna put Raiden down here. I'm gonna put You Best Be a God. Because while this character has some really good stuff, he's got some good frame data, he's got some good crushing blows, he's got some good combo damage and everything else, you really do have to be an insane player to use this character, because his matchups do feel like, they feel very weird. I don't know if I'd say that he wins a lot of matchups or he loses a lot of matchups, But based on how each Raiden player plays, in my opinion, depends on how the matchup is. Because he has tools to get in. He doesn't really get outzoned because he has a teleport. He's got his Superman. He doesn't really get out frame data because he's got some pretty quick mid. His down one's like 7 frames, I think. He's got a really good down one like every other character in the game. But it really depends on how the player uses Raiden, in my opinion. That's what decides the matchup for me when it comes to this character. And he's like one of the strangest characters that I've ever thought about when it comes to how his matchups and shit work, because I really don't think he loses any matchups. I really don't think he wins a whole lot of matchups either. But it really depends on the Raiden player. How he uses the movement, how he uses the plus frames, how he uses the back 1-2 mix-up, back 1-2 teleport, back 1-2 command grab, back 1-2 the shock thing, back down back 2. It really depends on the Raiden player, in my opinion, how well the character actually does in the matchups. Probably gonna get shit for that, but I'm putting him in You Best Be a God. Now we get to one of the most played characters in the game, Scorpion. I'm actually putting him above Kitana. Sorry, Kitana, I thought you were gonna be a lot higher than you were. Scorpion's a good character. Again, he's got some really good tools. I know a lot of people argue he's gotten so much better since Ultimate and Customs, but I really don't think he's anywhere above where I'm going to place him at on this tier list. He might go down, he might stay where he is, hell, he might go up by the end of it. But his teleports, the thing with Scorpion is you really don't have to play any custom shit for him. You can get some advantages out of custom shit, but at the same time, it's really just put on the teleport cancel variation, and that's how you're going to do the best. But even then, you have to mix very well. You have to use it at the right times, or you're going to get down 2 out of your ass. That teleport, his normal teleport where they changed that to a high, it really kind of destroyed the character for me. Next up, Shang the Demon. Shang the Demon definitely goes there. Looks like we're running out of slots, though. I didn't really think this through. Anyway, I definitely think Shang is a very strong character. I'd probably put him above Aaron Black on the tier list. Customs just made this character a lot stronger with the shake and the ground shit. He completely counters a character like Jade. He got very strong with Customs as well. He's an extremely strong character now, and I think he wins a lot of these matchups. He beats Jade, in my opinion. I think he outzones Sextron. And his frame data, I think he might be a little bit too slow to take Liu up close, but he definitely outzones him, so if the Shang player can keep him out, that's a winning matchup. Jackie can't jump on him. Like, if it was based on just these 5 characters up here, and his matchups for him, I put him there, but he does lose some other matchups, and go even on a lot of matchups, so I think he is probably number 6. Then we got Shao. Shao's probably one of, like, the worst characters in the game. You can make this character good for sure. He's another one of those where it depends on how you play the character, but even beyond that, with how the character works, how slow he is in some aspects, he just kind of gets bullied by a lot of other characters in the game, and there are going to be quite a few that end up in the You Best Be a God part of this tier list instead of even top 20, top 15, top 10, because while they might be bad characters, while they might be good characters in some sense, and we'll get to Scarlet. Scarlet's one of these too. You just really have to know how to use the character with all of his flawless block gaps, with all of his fake shit, with how unsafe he is on most moves. It really does destroy a lot of matchups for him, even getting outzoned, out pressured. You know, just his frame data doesn't keep up, and I think he loses a lot of matchups due to that. Another big one, Scarlet. Scarlet definitely goes in the You Best Be a God, because while Scarlet has a lot of good shit, and she can get extremely plus frames and go into anything that she wants to do off of her standing 4-4. Almost everything this bitch does can be flawless blocked, and I consistently did it earlier against my friend live on stream. Every time he did something that could be flawless block, I flawless block up to them, and I think they even nerfed her to where you can't even do a string into parry in time to catch the flawless block up to. He might have been doing it too late, and it might still be the same, but I definitely feel like you do need to be a god to use this character and use her to her full potential without getting flawless blocked every time you try to move. Next character is Sonya. Sonya's a decent character. I'd probably put Kitana above her, most likely. Sonya's a really good character. The thing that destroys her, they took away all of her combo potential. She's got some really good zoning. She can definitely zone some people out, zone most of the cast out in most situations unless they have a teleport. but her back one being a high starter, that just kind of completely destroyed the character in my opinion. She gets down to more than she doesn't. The player using Sonya has to be extremely good in every matchup to even make the matchup decent in my opinion. But I think she does lose a lot of matchups because of how bad you can mash on the character, how you can just pressure the character because her main startups are, you know, highs. She doesn't really have a good fast mid that combos. At least in my opinion from my knowledge of the character. Now we get to another controversial thing. I think I'm going to put Sub below Shang. Sub's stupid. Sub is a stupid character. A lot of people are saying he's top 5. I don't think Sub-Zero is top 5 in this game. I think he's stupid. I think he's a really dumb character. But I don't think he's top 5. Forward 2 slide is unblockable even offline. He's got really good shimmies, he's got really good frame data, but I consistently get around this character with every character I play. I've even beaten people who I know to be extremely good players. I'm not going to say pros, but extremely, extremely good players who place high in tournament brackets. I've beaten their Sub-Zeros with Kung Lao and Johnny Cage. I think the character is very strong, but once you block his mix and you don't let him get his plus frames or anything else, you don't let the character bully you, you can tell why I don't put him in top 5 or even high in the top slot of top 10. I don't think the character is the best in the game. I don't think he's top 5. You really, it's matchup experience and reactions. I do think he loses matchup. I think he loses matchups against most of these characters right here. I could be wrong, but he's really just an annoying character in my opinion. He definitely deserves to be top 10 because of his frames and because of all the bully shit that he has. But a player who's like reacting and consistently punishing, 9 times out of 10, not really 9 times out of 10, 6 times out of 10 will beat a Sub-Zero. Terminator, I definitely think Terminator's strong. I probably put him above Baraka just because Running Man makes the character a little bit nutty. But I think Terminator loses way too many matchups. Most people are going to be watching out for the mix. They're going to be looking out for that forward 3. They're going to be looking out for the forward 2 into command grab or forward 2 and Running Man. They're just going to be watching for it. Now, if you can mix really good with Terminator, he is still a really strong character. But I just don't think that he is really above top 20. I completely forgot about Sindel when I put Johnny in his spot. Kotal is top 15 still, but Sindel's ridiculous. I don't know if anybody's been playing against some of these OD Sindels that have come out of the woodwork since Customs came out. Sindel was already annoying before, but if you go up against some of these Sindels with the low scream, the shit in the air that combos, and whatever else that these assholes run on their loadout, Sindel controls every part of the screen that she's on at all times. With that forward 4, her forward 2 cancels, her back 2 that will catch you, that will clip the shit out of you, her low. The character is just extremely, extremely strong, and I don't know how more people actually don't realize it. A lot of people have been sleeping on this character for a long time, and I think they're all woke now, but this character is really good, and she is top 10. Then we get to Joker. Joker's an easy one. He's number 2 in the game. Sextron number 1, Joker number 2, Liu 3, Jackie 4, and Jade 5. I think that's pretty fair. I've been playing with y'all this whole damn time. Jade is really good, but she's not top 5. Move Frost down 1, move him down 1, and move her right there. I just wanted to see how many people already commented who won't even make it this far in the video who already commented screaming at me for putting Jade right there. But Jade is number 6 in the game in my opinion. Joker, I really don't even have to explain the character. You've all played against Joker in Combat League. You all know why this character is absolutely stupid. And he wins most of his matchups just by controlling the neutral and on pretty much anyone. But we're going to go ahead and put Fujin right there. I know a lot of people say that Fujin is stupid, Fujin sucks, he's not good, but Fujin is definitely a top 5 character. He wins a lot of the matchups on this game. It's not always based off of what you can do with the character or what someone else can do with the character. It's how many matchups this character actually wins, and Fujin is actually a nutty character if you break him down. He's a really solid character that everybody sleeps on, and I wish more people would go watch Hayate because that dude is nuts, and he really shows off what Fujin can do if you put in the time with the character. Now we get to Spawn. I know this is going to be debatable, and I scream about this character every time I play against him. Sorry for my squeaky chair. Spawn's a strong character. He is. He's got some really good shit, but not really shit that can make him anywhere above top 20 in my opinion. Yeah, he gets some ridiculous combo damage, but, I mean, I'd even probably put Spawn right there. You best be a god to use this character. You know what? Let's just go ahead and even out our You Best Be a God list. I think Spawn, You Best Be a God, because most of his shit, like, he's got a really slow mid. He's got really good plus frames. He's got some okay fake-ish cancels. He's got amazing damage and really good crushing blows that play into that damage. But you still need to be really good with the character, know how to pressure, and know when to press buttons with the character. That's the same for Rambo. A lot of people think that Rambo is one of the worst characters in the game right now for some reason. But I don't think a lot of people are using the right setup for the character, because I've seen people do some nutty ass shit with Rambo. If you think Rambo's bad, just go watch what Gur can do with the character. I really don't know what Gur's saying about the character. I know the character's not good, and if I had to put him somewhere, it'd probably be right around, actually probably like right around there. But I feel like the character in the right hands is actually kind of insane. Someone who knows what they're doing and is very mindful of all their flaws. I feel like he doesn't lose as many matchups as people think he does. The next character that kind of goes there is Robocop. A lot of people think Robocop's the worst character in the game along with Rambo, but I completely disagree. Based on matchups, yeah, he's like the bottom of the bottom. Of course, he's the worst. But I know I'm kind of like, tier lists aren't real, okay? Whatever. This is my tier list. Shut up, alright? Look, I think Robocop is a good character. He's a mediocre character, really. He's got bad movement. His frames aren't that good. He's not got a lot of pressure tools, but he has insane zoning. In the right hands, though, this character can be absolutely nuts. If you don't believe me, watch Scar. And there's a really good guy who came on my stream not too long ago, a couple days ago, and actually played me, named Smurfy's Law. And he's on Twitch, and he's a Robocop main. The character is actually fucking nuts in the right hands. A lot of people write this character off as bad because they don't know how to use him, and that's the same with Fujin, and then that is a very bad mindset to have. Based on matchups, yeah, he probably loses more matchups than he wins, but I don't even think he loses enough matchups to be put at the bottom of the tier list. If anything, I'd probably say he's maybe right there. But I definitely think in the right hands, you best be a god, but you can make this character look amazing. Shiva. Shiva. Where to put Shiva? Where to put Shiva? She's a weird one. She's a weird one. You know, making a tier list, you always, like, forget about characters, and you guys switch shit around a little bit. I don't really know where I'd put Shiva, based on this tier list. I might debatably move Kano down to there. Maybe move and probably put her like right here. A lot of people are saying that Shiva's the best character in the game, or like one of the best characters, like top 5, but I completely disagree on that. I definitely don't think Shiva's top 5 because her stomp can be avoided. Yes, you can direct the stomp, but that's a mind game. This whole game is based around mind games and strike throws and 50-50 throws and everything else. I definitely don't think the character deserves to be top 5. She's not that good, especially when most of her shit can be avoided. And she's basically just a mix-up machine. I feel like she's like, if it wasn't for her stomp, she'd be where Terminator is. But her stomp does make her a good character. There's some nutty shit that you can do off of her stomp. And her stance cancel or not stance cancel, but her dragon stance did make her a lot better when it comes to keeping people out and being nutty with that. But I still don't think she's anywhere near any of these characters, especially in matchups or anything else. There are some characters that still really heavily bully her, especially these characters, actually. They really kind of do heavily bully her. So I'd probably place her 11. Yeah, probably 11. Cassie, I'm going to put Cassie probably right there. Cassie's a really good character. I know a lot of people still really play Cassie. And I want to let you guys know, I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on these two characters, but it is way too early to place them on the tier list. Nobody has fully explored these characters yet. People are just now in Ultimate putting Fujin in top 5. Even though the character's been in top 5 the entire fucking game since he's been there, it's just nobody really explored the character and understood how good he was for months. And I feel like that's the same with Mileena. Day 1, I was putting Mileena at bottom of the bottom along with Shao Kahn. Now, I'm probably putting her maybe right here. But, like, it's just way too early. Rain, I was putting him right there, right here. When he first came out, he slowly fell to here. Then he fell to there. Then he fell to there. And he's probably consistently right there for me. but it's just way too early, in my opinion, to actually put these characters in a tier list somewhere. Putting those characters in a tier list somewhere, you might as well put Chronica right there, based on what she does in the towers. But yeah, I think it's way too early for these characters. Right now, I'd probably put Melina. I'd probably move Cabal down to here, and I'd probably put Melina right here, right there, and I'd probably move Kung Lao down to right there, and I'd put Rain right there. I think these characters do some shit very strong, and I think they definitely do have winning matchups. Melina, someone she can zone out, and Rain, someone he can bully with frame data, and someone who doesn't have a good down too. But it's way too early, in my opinion. Way too early, in my opinion, to actually put these characters anywhere at the moment. I fucked that up. I don't know who I had there. But, yeah. Anyway, that's my tier lists. Tier lists don't matter, ladies and gentlemen. You have to literally run, like, 100 matches in a matchup and have everything that can happen. I don't follow tier lists. Tier lists don't help the people that look at them. In my experience, everyone who follows tier lists usually end up using the character wrong because they don't understand why that character is so good. Are there a very clear and concise top 5 in this game? Yeah, there is. Is there a pretty clear and concise top 10 in this game? Yeah, there is. But top 15 to top 20, that is completely up to, like, anyone, right? That is, I mean, you can make any of these characters really good, but that's just my opinion. Tier lists don't matter to me, and they really shouldn't matter to you, especially if you're trying to pick a character. Pick a character that you think feels good, pick a character that you have fun with, pick a character because you like their combos, pick a character because you just like the character, and make them good with how you play. Make them good. Take advantage of everything that the character can do. Take advantage of that and do it yourself. You know, all of that good shit. But yeah, that's my opinion on all of that. That is going to do it for this long-ass video, guys. I don't even know if this is going to go up the day that I record it because it's going to take so much editing. But yeah, that's my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been your host. My name is Tootin, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Sirens in the distance, I can hear their deadly song, and someone shouting out my name, but everybody